In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your alternator on your Hyundai Accent 1.6 liter. It's located on the side of the engine. All right, so we're going to get this bolt underneath the alternator. It's a 14 millimeter socket, and I'm going to loosen it up. All right, once you feel like it's pretty loose, I'm going to swap out that socket for a 12 millimeter, and we're going to loosen this bolt. And now we're going to go to this adjuster bolt and loosen it. This is going to take the tension off the belt. I'm going to take my pry bar and I'm going to go back and forth with it just to get it to move a little bit more. We're almost there. That should be enough. There we go. All right, so now we can remove our serpentine belt. We will have a diagram on the side for reinstall. All right, so we're going to release our harness from our alternator using a trim tool. All right, you're going to push in on this tab and you're going to pull it out. And then we're going to open up this cap and we're going to unbolt that connector. Using a 12 millimeter socket, we're going to loosen up this connector. Set that off to the side. All right, before we take the alternator out, we're going to disconnect this harness down here so we have more play. So you're going to push in on the tab and pull that out. And now I can move this over here and get it out of the way. All right, so we're going to use our 14 millimeter and finish taking out this bolt. All right, you're going to take that right out. All right, so now we're going to take this one out. I don't know if that's going to fit. You can make it work. You might want to use a swivel there, make your life a little easier. And I'm just going to remove this whole thing. And now we're going to take out these two bolts to remove this bracket. All right, so now we're going to take this bracket out. We're going to use a 12 millimeter. This is going to make it easier to get that alternator out of the way. Taking that bracket off is going to make it easier to get the alternator out. So now we have a better handle on it. So just pry it out. On the other side. And just go back and forth. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to clean this up a little since I had such a hard time getting that alternator out. I'm going to make sure going in it's not as hard. All right, so for install, we're gonna put our bolt in first and just get it started. And once we get that started, we're gonna drop it into this bracket. And then you're gonna push it up this way, and we're gonna install our top bracket. All right, so now we're gonna install this bracket. Just push your alternator up. It's got a little notch here, but you wanna slide that bracket in. You're gonna use your long bolt on the top. And the short one here. We'll snug these up. All right, make sure you put your bolt there, and then you can start it here. All right, we're going to torque these to 20. All right, so we're going to plug in our harness and get it put in position. I'm going to start with this connector down here. When you hear the click, you know it's in. And we'll plug this one in up here. I'm going to wait on this one and attach this here. All right, so we're going to snug this up. I would go about wrist tight. Snap that into place. And then we're going to connect that connector. And now we can put our harness cable back in where it belongs. All right, we're going to feed our belt down. Hook it on to the bottom two pulleys, the crank and the AC. Work your way up. You're going to put it on the alternator. Make sure you hold the belt tight on the bottom two pulleys. Hold some tension on that. You're going to feed it over on the left side of the water pump. And then get it started on the alternator so that you can then take it off the water pump a little bit to get it on the alternator completely, and that'll hold it in place. Once you get it back on there, you can slide it onto the water pump. You want to inspect, make sure the belt is on properly. Okay. Now we're going to torque this to 20 foot-pounds. All right, so we're going to torque this to 30 foot-pounds.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.